everything. So I have an update on the whole Metokur situation. Um, Mr. Metokur, I don't know much about him at all. Only matter of factly, the only thing I know about this guy is supposedly he really crapped on me over the years. He really just like was another person to dump on me and say negative things about me in his content. And that's really the only way I knew him. Okay? So, over the years, when that's all you hear, you pay no attention to any of it. Or I don't. I phase out all my detractors, all the people who say negative things about me. I don't want to hear about them. I just want to focus on my own stuff, my positive stuff. So now that I've appeared on Kino Casino, those guys have told me about this guy and said, listen, he has actually always wanted to like interview you publicly or have a conversation with you publicly. That's why a couple years ago when I was interested, I was telling the internet, hey, I want to do an interview. He stepped forward and was one of the people who offered to interview me. And at that point, I was like, I would consider it. And then literally I went on YouTube. And the first clip I found of him, I said, let me click on this one. I click on it to hear him. And he's saying the N-word in it over and over. And I'm like, that's just what I mean. Like my reputation is not bad enough. If I do an interview with this guy, everyone's going to say, so Phil did the interview with the worst guy on the internet who says all these horrible things. So I basically said, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But now, some things have changed. I talked to Kino Casino. These guys are basically telling me, Metokur, yes, has been very critical of me over the years, but at the same time has respect for me in many ways. He actually went after the Sons of Kojima back in the day and exposed them for who they were. He was one of the people who massively covered the false escort story that was completely fabricated by nut jobs over in like fucking Eastern Europe or something crazy like that. So basically, he has positively covered me as well, or at least tried to do things to expose my trolls at times. And apparently he's doing very poorly. He's sick with cancer. And, that's why he actually doesn't even make consistent content anymore, because a lot of the times he's injured, he's in pain. And they asked me, the Kino Casino guys asked me, would I do a stream with him? I said, I don't see why not. As long as it's in an environment that's kind of a neutral environment. And what I mean by that is, like, if he and I did it directly with each other, I don't know how well it would go over. But if you're doing it like on a third-party show, like Kino Casino, where I'm friendly with them, he's friendly with them, it kind of makes more sense. You got like a mediator in between, too, to help to bring the heads together. Because in truth, I have absolutely no idea at all why he wants to talk to me. I have no clue. I don't know this guy, okay, at all. So, I said, you know what? With all the things considered, all this crazy stuff going on, yeah, I would consider it. So after we did the co-op commentary on Review Tech the other day, basically I talked a little bit after the stream went offline with those guys, and they were like, one of the things you absolutely should consider is having a talk with Metokur, because, right now he's not doing good, and it would be amazing. The internet would love it. He would love it. Everyone would love this. And I said, listen, I'm open-minded. In fact, I was never against this kind of stuff in the past. It's just that everyone looked at me in such a negative light that it didn't make sense. Now, things are changing. Sure, I would consider it. So, I saw that yesterday, Andy had actually tweeted Metokur on Twitter about it. And a whole bunch of people chimed in, oh, yeah, this is a good idea. So, I liked it and retweeted it. And basically, like, the whole, like half day had passed. And there was no response. And I'm like, I don't know if he didn't see it. I don't know if maybe he thinks it's a bad idea. So I decided I was going to, of my own accord, do a tweet at Metokur and just say, hey, to be honest, I don't really know who you are. All I've heard about you is that you kind of like made fun of me over the years. But I've also heard that you really want to like meet me and talk with me, whether it's publicly or maybe if you just want to do it privately in DMs or whatever. I'm down for it, all right? I'm here. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to do. So I did that last night right before I went to sleep, okay? And I woke up this morning, and there was no response to it. But then, as I'm searching through tweets and things, someone sent me a tweet, and it actually was from Metokur this morning. And Metokur had posted up and said, so FYI, I heard that like Andy Worski is trying to do almost like a Make-A-Wish stream with me and DSP, because I've always wanted to do that, and I appreciate that, but right now I'm really sick. I have some bones that I broke. Like, he's really in massive pain on meds and everything, He's like, it's going to be a while before I feel like I'm going to be able to stream anything. So I appreciate it, but maybe somewhere down the line. All right. So basically, I tweeted back at him and I just said, man, dude, whenever you're ready, I'll be here. And that's where we left it. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. I'm assuming until he feels better. So again, I don't know the guy. I can't say a word about him besides all I know is public stuff. Like he hated me at one point. I have no clue why he wants to meet with me, but I have a much more open mind about it now. I'm willing to do it. So I wish him the best. I hope he gets better. And when he gets better, I'm totally down for it. It just doesn't sound like it's going to be anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. What can you do? That's life, right? Stuff happens. You got to deal with it. Sucks. But, you know. Anyway, so there you go. That's the situation with that. And I hope that explains where we are at with that. So when you ask me, well, what's the next thing you're going to do at Kino Casino? I literally have no idea. Like, I think this was going to probably try to be the next thing. Obviously, this is off the table now. So what we'll do is see what else is going on. Like I said, I do not want to be on their show once a week. I don't want it to be a regular thing. People are like, Phil, be the third chair. Be the third chair on their show. I mean, that's not what it's about, okay? Because then, again, the reason that this has blown up so positively in the last 2 weeks is because it's fresh, it's new, it's different, and no one expected it, right? If it becomes a regular thing all the time, now it's not special anymore. And people will get bored with it. And I don't want people to get bored with it, right? I want to be here. I got a lot of my own content to work on right now. I got games I'm playing with the new PC. My setup I'm upgrading. New games next week. My own documentary coming out to react to. I'm a busy dude, right? It's not like I'm sitting here, oh, I'm so bored, man. Really wish those guys would have me on again. It's not the case, right? I'm pretty busy. So, once something else happens development-wise, maybe I get an idea, maybe they get an idea, maybe there's a reason for me to do like another crossover appearance or whatever, I'll let you guys know. The way I see it, right, is I really think that after my documentary comes out, there's going to be people who are going to want to interview me, and that would be a more appropriate time to appear again. Especially after I've had a chance to react to my own documentary, because I know what's in it and everything to respond. So maybe that'll be the next thing. I know, because someone just said in chat, well, they've expressed a desire to like hang out with you and play games and stuff. You're right. Like they said that. Can we do a game stream? Here's the thing. So I guess Andy plays Tekken 8. As you guys know, I played Tekken 8 for like a month. And I actually got pretty good at it. I got through all the ranks all the way up to like purple with Yoshimitsu. I probably could have gotten higher ranked with King and Paul and June if I played more with them. But I really focused in on Yoshimitsu when I played, right? But then I completely dropped it. I haven't played it since like early February because I went back to Street Fighter 6 and that's been my focus. Could I play Tekken 8 against Andy? Yes. Would I really care or get much fun out of it? Probably not. Because I guarantee you, number one, he probably doesn't play it at the level that I was playing it at. You know what I mean? Like what I would do, I'd probably go back. I save files of each game I play over the year. And I'd probably watch some of my own videos with Paul, King, Yoshimitsu. Just learn the basics back. Just to get, get the rust off. And I'd probably be able to jump right back into it without too much difficulty. But it's like, how can I say? I'm not saying I'm hot shit when it comes to fighting games, right? I'm not. But I know that I am on a higher level than the casual player. And Andy sounds to me like the casual player. He likes the game. He plays it from time to time. But he's not some tournament player. He's not bragging about how good he is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the viability or what the entertainment factor would be to play these guys in fighting games. Tekken, Street Fighter 6, whatever. I just don't get it, right? I get it for them. They're like, oh, play us, it'll be fun. I don't think it's going to be fun. I just say it. I don't think it's going to be fun at all, right? I think it's going to be a spanking that's like one-sided and be like, damn. And the funny part about that is you'd be like, well, why don't you let them win a few times? I mean, well, what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? There's no fun in that. You just have to play and play your best at all times. That's how I am in fighting games. Other games, I don't care. But in fighting games, like I have that mentality. No, if you're going to play a fighting game, you're just going to play good. You're going to play well at all times. There's no time that you will handicap yourself. You know what I'm saying? You must play. So, but I think you see the point I'm making. Like, it's funny, right? It's funny to joke about it. But when we actually get to do it, let's say if we did it, I don't think it would be funny at all. I don't think it would be entertaining. It would be like, okay, round 1, fight. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, shit. Round 2, fight. Boom, boom, boom. Round 3, fight. Oh, look, he's doing the combo throw. Oh, my God, 80% life. Oh, that was fast. Wow. So now we're going to do this again? Or is one match enough? You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. Where you have like these dream matches. Oh, this person versus this person, but one person is actually like a really good with one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I just don't see it being very fun. Okay, but that was the only other thing that we were talking about doing at this point. You know, another thing that we talked about is doing a stream just about games, like talking about games, the history of games, our favorite video games, how games have changed over time. That is exactly the kind of content I would like to be involved in. I have been a gaming YouTuber for 16 years. I have a lot to add. I've seen this industry change firsthand, covering it live every single day, right? And also, I've been a lifelong gamer. You know, I was around in the 1980s playing Pong, playing the Atari 7800, NES, Super NES, Genesis, all the way through to the modern day. You know, I know the history of consoles. I've been there for it. I could talk all about this stuff. So, I really think that could be fun too. But I guess the question is, how fun would that be for an audience? A lot of the casino audience is, let's be honest, you guys are there for jokes and drama, right? A serious stream with me and those guys talking about games is not going to have much jokes and drama. It's going to be more topical, which is good. It's good to do variety content. And I think I should emphasize that. It's actually very good to do variety content. And maybe that's then something interesting to do in the future, you know? But it's up to them, you know, because I think they were kind of really leaning towards me doing something with Metokur, and that's not possible right now. So I'll leave the ball in their court. If they have any ideas of stuff that they want to do, I'm open to the possibility. I just don't know if me, you know, wiping the pavement with them in a fighting game is really going to be the most entertaining thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand how that would be very fun. You know, it is what it is. Okay. So I have to blow my nose. This cold